Hey, how's it going? This is Nate McAllister, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I'm using Facebook groups to get over 1,000 email subscribers per month onto my email list. Not only that, I'm going to show you what I'm doing with those emails so that they're not just forgotten about, so that they're engaged from day one, so that my open rates are high, and that I'm actually turning those emails into revenue. I'm going to show you how to do it without a whole bunch of manual work. When I started this process and I first learned about getting emails from Facebook, I was doing this all manually, and that was literally taking me over an hour a day copying and pasting. And then I hired a VA, and that was costing me hundreds of dollars a month. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing now that is making the process take just a couple of minutes per day as opposed to an hour plus. So this is really great stuff. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get into my computer and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so here we are inside of my personal Facebook page. First, obviously, you need a Facebook group. If you don't have a Facebook group, then you need to make one before any of this matters. So I'll link to a video down below from somebody else who has made a good video showing how to make a Facebook group. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that you already have one. So I'm going to show you my most successful campaign that I'm running. I do have multiple Facebook groups, but there is one that is doing much better in terms of email opt-ins. So I'm going to show you what that is. So the group is called FBA Today. The group is for people that sell on Amazon. And as you see here, I've got 81 people right now that want to join. Now this group is larger. I've been doing this for a while, so I believe there's like 20,000 people in here. But this same process will work for any size group. You know, your results will be probably less than mine if your group's smaller. If your group's bigger, it'll be even better than mine. So let me show you what I've done. The first thing you need to do is come to Manage Group. And then we're going to go to More, Edit Group Settings. And then we're going to come down here to Membership Requests. And then we're going to see where it says Ask Questions. You can ask up to 3 questions. I recommend that you ask only one question. Asking more questions than that is going to increase the chance that somebody's going to just leave without answering any of them. So I ask for just one question. The reason why Facebook made this option was really to make sure that you were only getting relevant users and not spam users. But when you ask for an email, it makes it a lot easier to tell if somebody's legitimate or not. And I'll show you what I mean. So you can't see my full question here. It's cut off. My question has changed over the last few months, and I'll explain why, and I'll kind of explain what maybe you should do with yours, because it's not going to be exactly the same as mine. So that's how you would go about adding the question. You would just ask question, and then you'd enter it in here, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to show you what my question actually looks like. And I'll do that here with the 81 people that are pending. Okay, so a quick timeout. Number one, I was thirsty, so I ran to the gas station here to grab a beer. Number two, I really feel that I understated why you even need to be collecting emails from your Facebook group in the first place. Number one, you don't own your traffic on Facebook. At any point in time, Facebook can kick you off of their platform. YouTube can kick you off of their platform. Pinterest can kick you off. Instagram can kick you off. You don't own that traffic. With emails, you do. Another thing is email marketing is still extremely lucrative. You should be averaging $1 per email sign up per month. Most people don't, because they don't understand how powerful it is and they don't email their list. They build up this big list and they do nothing with it. But if you're actually emailing your list, you should average at least $1 per subscriber per month. Hedge your audience and get as many people from your other social platforms onto your email list. Now, let's get back to the computer screen. Okay, we're back after my beer run. Let's look at the question that I asked, the only question that I ask. And this, like I said, this has changed over the last few months, and it's because I've decided to only let people into my group who have provided an email. The reason I did that is because I was getting so many spam users. It was getting out of control. And my thought was that if you don't want to be in the group enough to leave an email, then you're probably not going to be a great member. There's going to be some people that maybe just didn't want to, but it's a free group. It's not really a charity. So if people don't want to provide an email, then unfortunately that's just required now. So that's how I'm doing it. But here is my question, and it's not worded as a question necessarily. It's not really optional. the question is, this group requires a valid email for approval. You will also receive 3 awesome Amazon-related freebies from us as a welcome gift. Check inbox to confirm. So people have to leave their email to join. This person did, so I'm going to click on approve. Now it's going to do something cool. This is where the extension comes into play. The extension that I use is called Group Funnels. Before, what I was doing is I was copying the email and I was pasting it into ConvertKit, and it was taking me forever. But now, and by the way, ConvertKit is the email provider that I use. There's dozens of them. ConvertKit is the one that I use and recommend, but you're welcome to test out any of the ones that you have. If you already have something, it'll work with this as well. You don't need to switch to ConvertKit just because I use it. But I'm going to show you the extension. Let me scroll down here a little bit. The extension here is called Group Funnels. So I can come in here to view data, and that person who I just approved, their data is right here. So what I'm going to do is push to Google Sheet. The data is pushed, and I have a Zapier integration here that is actually connecting that spreadsheet data to my ConvertKit form. And I'm going to show you what happens after that here in a second. So I could show you how to set this up. It takes a while. So I'm going to recommend now that you check out, and the link is below, a tool called Group Funnels. Group Funnels is the extension that I use to capture these emails and put them into the spreadsheet. And it also includes training on how to set up this Zapier integration. If you haven't used Zapier before, Zapier is basically a messenger that works between third-party apps. So it connects the Google Sheets data to ConvertKit, and then it adds them to a form, and then in that form, it sends them into an email sequence. So it's really cool, highly recommended. Like I said, if you're like me and you're getting a lot of group requests and you're collecting emails, it's absolutely a no-brainer. This thing saved me hundreds of dollars a month and hours of time doing it manually. So this is what the workflow looks like. First, I have my group, and then when I press approve, Group Funnels comes in. Group Funnels takes it and puts it into a Google Sheet. The Google Sheet then, with Zapier, connects it to ConvertKit. Once it's in ConvertKit, it's triggering an email sequence that goes out over the period of a few days. And I'll show you that sequence right now. Okay, so as I had mentioned, I use ConvertKit for my emails. What I've done is created a sequence, which is one of the features in ConvertKit, but it's also a feature in pretty much every decent email marketing tool, that basically it sends a sequence of emails at a schedule to anyone who has opted into a form. So I have this set up in a way that when I approve someone with Group Funnels and it goes into the Google Sheet, and Zapier takes that and then puts it into ConvertKit, it puts them into a form for my FBA Today group, and then that form is linked with this sequence. Every time I press approve, which is so cool, is every time I press approve, I press one button, and then I know that they're getting these emails. And I have them set to go out on a certain timer. And the reason I'm doing this is a couple of reasons. Remember I said that I'm giving away 3 freebies. That wasn't by mistake. That was an intentional number. There is something that I learned from one of my idols, Ryan Deiss from Digital Marketer, about when you create an onboarding sequence, you want to give a lot. So my goal is to give away 3 of my best freebies that are related to people that were in that group. So that's exactly what I do. On the first day, I send them an email. It says free gift inside. P.S. Your second freebie is on the way, and it'll hit your inbox tomorrow, so look for it. And I do that for the first 3 days. This gets people used to opening my emails. It also makes it more likely that they're going to open my emails in the future. And I'm starting off by building some goodwill. I'm giving them 3 of my best offers right off the bat. I'm not selling anything. I'm just giving, right? And then I have them on my list. They're getting used to opening, and it's a great relationship. It's a win-win for both of us. And then down here on the 4th day, I send them an email that links to a blog post that I wrote that is very high converting for me in terms of affiliate sales. It goes to my blog. And then I have, on the next day, I have another blog post that does really well for me, and it's also very helpful. So I'm able, and what you can make your sequence as long as you want. I could make this a year's worth of emails, but this is about as long as I'd like it. And then once they're gone through the sequence, I will start sending them on my regular email list for that segment. So this is how I do it. I highly, highly recommend that you're, number one, getting emails from Facebook, and number two, adding them to a sequence and making sure that you're sending them stuff immediately while you're still top of mind. And if you can, do what I'm doing and give away these 3 gifts. That way you're building some goodwill before you ever have to worry about selling anything. You need to build that reciprocity, right? You can't just jump right in and immediately sell. So think of 3 things that people would be willing to pay for if they weren't free, and give those away, get people onto your sequence, and you're going to see some great results. So again, if you are interested, go ahead and check out Group Funnels. You don't have to use Group Funnels. You can do it manually for a while to see if the method works for you. But at scale, I highly, highly, highly recommend you use Group Funnels. And some of the more technical things that I'm doing, like integrating with Zapier, that is all taught in the Group Funnels area. So highly recommended. If you're going to use Group Funnels, definitely use my link below. It is an affiliate link. I earn a commission. Again, you don't have to use it to make this process work. No matter what you do, make sure that you're turning your social traffic into emails. Take it easy, guys.